Prahlad Kakkar is with me in the studio. I cannot tell you tonight how much outrage there is across the entire country. I cannot tell you what kind of messages and feedback we are getting. So many young people are today empathizing with the feeling that this man has shown a finger at the country, he has shown a finger at the law, he has shown a finger at the courts, he has shown a finger at the police and the entire system. And that's what's happening here. Krishna Prasad, let me get your reaction first. Let me first introduce my panelists tonight, the editor of the Mumbai Mirror, of the Bangalore Mirror, B Mahesh, who's seen what's happened in Bangalore when the journalists got thrashed. Meenakshi Lekhi, senior advocate in the Supreme Court, also vice president of the BJP Mahila wing. With me in the studio, Ad Guru, Prahlad Kakkar, Suhel Seth of Counselage, joining us from Delhi. We also have Vinod Sharma with us. And of course, Krishna Prasad, my first question to the editor-in-chief of Outlook magazine. Krishna, you know, what do you make when this man shows the finger? He comes out and shows, first he's untraceable. The Mumbai police can't find him. The cameras find him and he shows the finger. What do you think he's actually doing there?
No, I think it's not very surprising at all that people are showing the middle finger to the media. And he's not the first politician to do so. If you just saw the news reports a fortnight back, a Punjab minister did the same. So what you are seeing from Punjab down to Karnataka with Maharashtra in between is people, whether it's politicians, whether it's the judiciary, whether it's statutory bodies, whether it's any kind of organization, showing a kind of contempt for the media, which basically is quite dangerous to our democracy. And speaking for myself, I must say that as a media person who's been around for over 25 years, I've never seen a worse face for the media. And I think, I must say this very, very bluntly, but very, very clearly, that we are in a state of emergency as far as the media is concerned, without emergency formally being proclaimed in this country.
Absolutely. So here you see the pictures there of that man showing the finger. What comes to your mind? Now let me tell you one second. Before you speak, so let me tell you something about this man, right? This man is called Narendra. And he has got wealth grossly disproportionate to his known sources of income. He earns crores of rupees. The court says we don't know where this outlandish sums of money, what he trades in, where the source of that money comes from. So clearly he is a master in corruption and using his father's name. That's all that this man has done. He shows the finger. What's going through your mind, Suhel, when you're seeing those pictures tonight?
No, I think we are just, as Krishna rightly said, we don't need to be surprised any longer. It's not about the middle finger, Arnab. It's about contempt, it's about brazenness and their belief that they can get away. And they almost always do. Raja got caught, he's in jail, but that doesn't deter these rogues and rascals from continuing to be brazenly arrogant in the wake of what they've done. So what's going to happen here? Kripa Shankar Singh says he's resigning on moral grounds. But it's jokers like these who will keep getting tickets for fighting elections. And they will keep coming back to power. It may not be Kripa Shankar Singh, but another name, another person, but of the same hue and cry. So the reality is, the politician today has begun to shoot the messenger. Absolutely. And is not being affected by the message. The messenger in this case is the media. The message is that this country is fed up of rascals and rogues who continue to loot the public. We are tired of your nonsense, but you can't clean up your act. So if the media investigates and the media portrays you for the lumpen elements that you are, then you take out your ire at the media. Because you can't go and do the same thing in a court because you'll be hauled up for contempt. Yeah. And neither can you do that to your own political masters because you'll never find political refuge again. So they take it out on an unwilling, unsuspecting, and perhaps, as Krishna said, a weakened media in the light of this brazenness.
Absolutely, that's the question tonight. The fact is, you take on the media because you find the media irritating. Isn't that the point, Meenakshi? The media has become more and more irritating, including for your BJP government in Karnataka, which has displayed shocking levels of insensitivity for the lawyers in Karnataka who go on a rampage. Anyone who's questioned today finds the media irritating, they will show the finger at the media and therefore through that show the finger at the entire nation. The BJP is no different. In fact, it's excelled at that art in Karnataka. Let's show the pictures of what happened in Bangalore while you answer.
I don't agree with you on the last point.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree with the last point, but yes, brazenness, weak media, etc., everything is correct. But another point which has not been made is the brazenness and the weakness comes from media within. when it starts publishing biased reports, when it starts indulging in the similar acts of contempt and a similar kind of weaknesses which are found outside. So as an institution, even media, not in this particular case, but I'm otherwise making a general comment. In this particular case, the man should be hauled up. Anybody who behaves in this insane fashion needs to be taken to task, whoever it may be. That's the general statement. But at the same time, I want to make another point that media needs to start having a relook at themselves.
No, come on.
And I'm one person who's all for the freedom of media.
No, please tell me, 1 second, please tell me, I want to ask you, why do you think the media should relook at the way it covered Porngate? Why do you think the media should relook at the way it questioned why Mamta's nephew slapped a policeman? Why should the media not get after Kripa Shankar Singh? When the media asks questions which are uncomfortable to you, then you say media must rethink.
Allow me to speak.
No, 1 second. As long as the media is asking questions convenient to you, it's doing a great job.
You are playing the positive stories about media. You're not playing the negative stories about media. The negative stories are they are journalists who work as let me give the example. You have given Porngate example. Let me give the other example. How media conducted itself. Let me give you the example.
Answer Porngate.
What happened? I'm answering you. Allow me to answer. When the press conference happened at Congress Party office, and Digvijay Singh, for showing a shoe to him, bet up that man, the media personnel who were present in that office acted as if they were stooges of Congress.
No, come on. I think that's a gross generalization.
Since when have...
I think it's a gross generalization.
This is a question being put at the media.
It's a complete...
Because media will, as a journalist, you will have a...
again, shoot the messenger.
Tomorrow for Congress.
Shoot the messenger.
You can't be holding the for any political party. But when you start holding
people are watching today what's happening, Meenakshi.
You reduce your role from being a messenger
Meenakshi, I am asking you today, the person inside the court is a BJP man.
I am also putting my point
The person inside the court was a BJP man. How is report?
You are repeatedly. Why are you repeatedly playing the Porngate? Why are you not repeatedly playing? Why are you not repeatedly paying Digvijay Singh beating
I will ask the questions that I want to.
Participating in that beating.
I will not ask questions that are convenient to you.
No. Again,
this is the problem with politicians.
That is being unfair depiction.
This is the problem with politicians. You only want to hear the questions that are convenient to you.
You have to play both stories, and that's why I say media also needs to have a relook.
I want to know.
This is abhorrent. All this is incorrect.
Yeah, sure.
At the same time, Porngate is over. Those people have been suspended. They are no longer attending. You've done your job. Get on with it. Move on to the next story. But
move on with it. Move on with it. Forget. Go. Excellent, Meenakshi. This argument is beautiful, isn't it? You've done your job. Can you move on with it? Can you let us get on with it? Sohel wants to respond. I think Sohel's been provoked to respond. So has Prahlad Kakkar to respond. Prahlad,
I think that's the problem.
Yeah, move on.
Because I don't think the media should move on. The media should follow through. The media should ensure and should make sure that these guys in Porngate or whatever, and it's not about the BJP. Is hamam mein sab nange hain. So it's about any politician or anyone in public life who's caught doing what he's doing. There should be a follow through from media. I don't think the media should move on. This is not a trapeze artist's performance.
One second, Meenakshi, before you come in, Meenakshi, I'm getting Prahlad Kakkar in. Vinod Sharma also wants to come in after that.
In a democratic setup like this country, which desperately needs a free media to be able to do what the CBI, what the government itself has not been able to do to itself, or even the political parties, regardless of whether they're in the opposition or they're in power, can actually control their own so-called sartaps who get away with murder, who get away with anything they want.
Yeah.
I mean, today, if you take a snap poll today on your television channel and find out who's more credible, politicians as a class or media as a class.
Exactly.
I mean, nobody is absolutely white and painted and virginal. But the fact is that if you look at the credibility of both institutions, today the public is willing to go with the media and not with the politicians.
Yeah, when we do a job exposing corruption that suits the BJP, the BJP hails us.
No, you better
when we question the BJP, you become stooges for the Congress. You know, this typecasting now is most predictable, and in fact it's a little boring. One second, Vinod Sharma. I'm going to join Vinod Sharma tonight.
Can I say something?
No, let Vinod Sharma come in. He's a journalist, but he still retains the right to speak. Yes, Vinod Sharma, please. Vinod Sharma still retains the right to speak.
I'm glad that you aren't a journalist. I'm happier that you aren't the editor of any newspaper, because if you were the editor of any newspaper, you wouldn't allow any follow-up stories to be published. Correct. May I tell you that every politician wants a pliant media.
Exactly.
This is my experience. And the moment, for the period that you praise them, you are writing stories which glorify them, they are happy. But the moment you digress from the given brief, you become the villain of the piece. And this has happened from government to government. Sure. May I recall long years ago when Morarji Desai committed a blunder on the floor of the House saying that JP is dead. You know, and JP wasn't dead. The government was in red face. It was totally red-faced. And what they started an inquiry against a news agency. And luckily, that news agency had said in its first bulletin on the PM statement, JP dead, PM informed, Parliament informed. So that agency could get out of the clutches of the government. Even the government of Morarji Desai was looking for alibis, were looking for scapegoats when it went wrong. May I tell you that the opposition of the day today wouldn't have been all that powerful, or wouldn't have had that moral high ground vis-a-vis the government of the day, but for the media. It was consistent. It was the consistent performance of the media across television channels, across newspapers, that bring out the Commonwealth Games scam, that brought out the 2G scam, and that is where you people got empowered. Now, for you tonight, to tell us as to how we do our job, I'm sorry, we know how to do our job. We may at times be uncomfortable. So far as the BJP is concerned, we may not be liked by the Congress, we may not be liked by the left. We were hated by the left until they lost power in West Bengal. And now we are hated by Mamata Banerjee. The fact remains that an unpopular journalist is the best journalist.
Absolutely.
And that is where I think Lawrence shall go Arnab Goswami, because I have disagreed with him on this channel, but he has kept up the tempo and he has kept up his good work. At the end of the day, what matters is how much empowerment are we transmitting to the people of this country through exposing, through dissemination of information.
One minute, Meenakshi, I want to go to the editor of the Bangalore Mirror also, because question is tonight. I will tell you what happens. You know, if you give Kripashankar Singh a platform, you'll get an exclusive interview. If you ask him a tough question, he'll run away from you.
No, I'm not.
1 second. Let's see the pictures. Times now, cameras get Kripashankar's son showing us the finger.
No,
1 minute. See the pictures tonight. To the people of the country, I want to show the pictures. Times Now does not have an exclusive interview with Kripashankar Singh. Kripashankar Singh will not give Times Now an exclusive interview, I'm sure. But his son will show us the finger.
That is my point.
His son will show us the finger, that's fine. I'd rather live with his son showing us the finger than giving Kripashankar Singh or his son a platform. And I think that's the job for the media in this country. Question goes out to the editor of the Bangalore Mirror. To the editor of the Bangalore Mirror, my question is, please let him come in. B Mahesh, you're hearing this staunch defense of the way the media has been treated in Bangalore by Meenakshi Lekhi. I want your view as the editor of one of the leading dailies in Bangalore. What do you make of it?
Right now, the political class in Bangalore hates media. They hate the media. Today, the lawyers, when they were attacking the media, in full view of some 200 personnel from the police, they were just watching it in the morning. They wanted, the lawyers and the journalists to sort it out. And surprise, the only person smiling today was Janardhana Reddy, who was brought from an AP prison to the court for a case. And there was a free-for-all. And the police didn't want to intervene.
Why?
So, because of the Porngate scandal and, hello?
Why did the police not intervene in your view? Were they actually scared that you know, the media was not on the right side of the government, there's no point helping them?
I think so. I think they wanted, because the police were angry with the lawyers for the earlier case, the January case, when they held the entire city to ransom because one lawyer was allegedly beaten by a cop, and that cop was suspended. So, and police have no love lost for journalists anyway.
Yeah.
So they wanted to just be bystanders and then see the lawyers and
which brings me to
journalists fight it out.
Which brings